Have you ever wondered what doctors really say about older people when no patients are listening? The truth may surprise you, and some of it is not very flattering. Many seniors trust their physicians completely, expecting kindness and respect. Yet, behind closed doors, certain opinions are shaped not only by medical training, but also by bias, pressure, and the sheer exhaustion of the healthcare system. For seniors between 60 and 90, this matters deeply because how your doctor truly thinks can affect the kind of care you receive, the attention you get, and even the choices made about your treatment. Today, we will uncover 5 revealing truths about what many doctors really think of older people. Each one will shine a light on an issue that could quietly affect your care. By the end, you will not only understand the problem, but also learn what you can do to counter it. So stay with me until the final truth, because that one is often the most shocking, and it can make all the difference for how you approach your next visit to the doctor. Let's get started. Number 1. Seeing seniors as complicated patients. Doctors often view older patients as more complicated, not because you are difficult as a person, but because your health is no longer straightforward. Imagine Robert, 78, who went to his clinic for knee pain. Instead of one quick prescription, the doctor had to check his blood pressure, kidney function, and his long list of medications to be sure the treatment was safe. Compare that to Jason, a 35-year-old who came in with the same knee problem. He got a simple anti-inflammatory pill and was out the door in 10 minutes. This difference sometimes makes doctors sigh or appear impatient when seniors enter the room. Physiologically, as you age, your organs process medicine differently. The liver and kidneys slow down. Your heart may not pump as strongly, and even the lining of your stomach becomes more sensitive. That means one pill that works for a younger adult could create dangerous side effects for you. Doctors are aware of this, but many don't explain it clearly. Instead, they may look at older patients as complex cases rather than as individuals who still deserve respect and patience. Ask yourself this. Have you ever felt rushed during an appointment, as if the doctor wanted to wrap things up quickly? If so, it wasn't your imagination. Research shows seniors are often given shorter appointment times, which can leave you feeling dismissed. But you are not at fault. It is the system and the doctor's own pressures that shape this attitude. So what can you do? First, prepare a short list of your top 2 or 3 concerns before seeing your doctor. Keep it clear and focused so they cannot brush over what matters to you. Second, bring a trusted family member or a friend to the visit. A second voice can slow down the conversation and ensure your questions get answered. And third, if you ever feel dismissed, politely but firmly say, "I need a moment to be sure I understand." That one sentence can reset the tone. By eliminating the fear of being a burden, you reclaim your right to clear, respectful care. Remember, being older does not mean being less worthy. Your health is complicated, yes, but your dignity is not. Number 2, assuming seniors can't understand. One of the ugliest truths is that some doctors quietly assume seniors won't grasp complicated information. Think about Mary, 82, who went to her doctor after experiencing sudden dizziness. The doctor quickly said, "It's just age, nothing serious," and sent her home. A week later, she collapsed from an undiagnosed heart rhythm problem. Compare that to Alan, 40, who had the same symptom. His doctor ordered a full workup, explained the risks in detail, and walked him through every option. This difference is not about intelligence. It is about assumptions. Physiologically, aging may slow the speed at which the brain processes new details, but comprehension itself remains intact. Seniors can absolutely understand medical information when it is explained clearly and respectfully. Sadly, many doctors confuse slower processing with inability. This often leads them to use vague phrases like, "Don't worry, you're fine," instead of sharing the full picture. The risk is huge when you are not given all the facts. You cannot make informed decisions about your body. Let me ask you, have you ever walked out of a clinic feeling you still didn't know what was actually wrong? That moment of confusion is not a flaw in you. It is a result of poor communication. And poor communication in medicine can be deadly. If you don't know the side effects of a new pill, you may take it alongside another medication and end up in the emergency room. So, how do you fight back against this subtle form of ageism? First, ask your doctor to teach back. That means after they explain something, you repeat it back in your own words. This forces a doctor to confirm whether you truly understood. Second, don't be afraid to say, "Could you write that down for me?" Or, "Can you explain it in simpler words?" These are not signs of weakness. They are signs of wisdom. Third, if you feel brushed off, consider bringing a small notebook to appointments. Write down your symptoms, your questions, and the answers you receive. A written record helps you stay in control. There's another layer here. 2. Research shows that when seniors are fully informed, they actually adhere to treatment plans more faithfully than younger patients. That means a belief that older people won't understand is not only insulting, it is scientifically false. Doctors who skip explanations may think they are saving time, but they are robbing seniors of dignity and safety. Mary's collapse could have been avoided if her doctor had taken 10 extra minutes to explain the risks of dizziness. She was sharp, engaged, and eager to know. Instead, she was treated like a child. You deserve better, and you can demand better. So, here is your action checklist. 1. Always ask, what are my options? 2. Ask, what happens if I do nothing? And 3. Confirm in writing what the next steps are. These 3 questions will force any doctor to slow down and respect your ability to decide. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, rushing through appointments. Another hard truth many seniors don't realize is how often doctors rush them. Think of Robert, 78, who went to his clinic complaining of chest pressure. He barely had 2 minutes to explain before the doctor glanced at the clock, ordered a routine test, and moved to the next patient. That night, Robert ended up in the emergency room with a heart attack that could have been prevented. Contrast this with Susan, 65, who had the same complaint. Her doctor gave her time, listened carefully, and caught the warning signs of blocked arteries early. One walked away unheard. The other walked away with her life saved. The mechanism is simple. Older adults often have more complex health histories. Medications, prior surgeries, and multiple conditions make diagnosis harder. But instead of slowing down, many doctors speed up thinking it's just age catching up. This shortcut is dangerous. A rushed appointment can mean missed symptoms, misdiagnosed illnesses, or prescriptions that interact badly with other drugs. And the cost of this mistake isn't measured in dollars. It's measured in dignity, in years of life lost. Have you ever felt like you were being pushed out of the office before you even finish your sentence? That uneasy feeling is not your imagination. Studies show the average doctor interrupts a patient within 18 seconds. 18 seconds is less time than it takes you to describe how your pain feels when you get out of bed. So what can you do? First, prepare before you go. Write down your top 3 concerns in order of importance. That way, even if the appointment feels rushed, you make sure the most urgent issues are addressed. Second, bring a trusted companion. A spouse, child, or friend can act as an advocate, reminding the doctor to slow down and truly listen. Third, don't be afraid to say, "I need a few more minutes." Your time is just as valuable as anyone else's. There's another important point. Insurance and scheduling systems often pressure doctors to see more patients in less time. But remember, you are not just a number on a chart. The human body does not work on a stopwatch. If you allow a rushed appointment to go unchallenged, critical signs like Robert's chest pressure can be dismissed until it's too late. The truth is, seniors who insist on being heard often catch dangerous conditions early. Your voice, steady and persistent, is your strongest protection. Think of Susan. Her insistence on describing her discomfort in detail forced her doctor to take a second look. That decision may have added decades to her life. Here's your action checklist. 1. Never leave without knowing what the doctor thinks the cause might be. 2. Ask what the worst-case scenario could be. 3. Schedule follow-up if your symptoms don't improve. These simple steps slow the process down and keep you safe. You may worry about being seen as difficult, but the reality is clear. Speaking up can save your life, and the right doctor will respect you more, not less, for taking your health seriously. Number 4, underestimating emotional health. One of the ugliest truths is that many doctors quietly dismiss the emotional struggles of older adults. Imagine Charles, 82, who told his doctor he felt lonely after his wife passed away. The doctor smiled politely, changed the subject, and focused only on his blood pressure. Weeks later, Charles's health spiraled, not because of physical disease, but because his sadness deepened into clinical depression. Contrast that with Linda, 70, who bravely shared the same feelings. Her doctor took the time to connect her with a support group and suggested daily walks with neighbors. Today, Linda's health is steady, and she enjoys laughter and conversation again. Here's the mechanism. Emotional health is directly linked to physical health. When you carry unspoken grief, worry, or isolation, your body produces stress hormones like cortisol. Over time, those hormones weaken your immune system, damage your heart, and disrupt your sleep. Yet, many doctors see tears or loneliness as normal aging instead of red flags. They may even think, "What can I do? She's just old and lonely." This mindset is harmful because emotional suffering is not a side note. It is a core part of health. Ask yourself, have you ever walked out of a doctor's office feeling like your deeper concerns were invisible? You talked about your aching joints, but what you really needed was someone to acknowledge your fears about living alone or losing friends. If you've had that moment, you are not alone. Here's the hard truth. Ignoring emotional health is just as dangerous as ignoring chest pain. Depression in seniors is strongly linked to faster decline, more hospitalizations, and even shorter lifespan. But when doctors and patients take it seriously, the opposite is true. Energy improves, memory sharpens, and life regains meaning. So what can you do? First, speak openly about your feelings, even if the doctor doesn't ask. Say, "I've been feeling unusually down," or "I don't enjoy things the way I used to." Second, track changes in your mood just like you would your blood pressure. If you've lost interest in activities for more than 2 weeks, that's a warning sign. Third, ask directly, "Is there someone I can talk to? A counselor or group?" These small actions keep emotional health on the table. Doctors may not always bring it up, but you have every right to demand attention for your whole self, body, and mind. And here's the hopeful part. When emotional needs are addressed, physical health almost always improves. Think of Linda's story. Once her loneliness was treated with connection and care, her heart stabilized, her energy returned, and her smile came back. The checklist is simple. 1. Share honestly. 2. Track mood changes. 3. Seek support options. Remember, emotional health is not weakness. It is strength. By naming it, you protect yourself from silent damage that others might overlook. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5, ignoring the power of prevention. Another ugly truth about how doctors often see older adults is the quiet assumption that prevention is no longer worth the effort. Picture Frank, 78, who once asked his doctor whether it made sense to keep exercising and adjusting his diet. The response was dismissive. "At your age, it probably won't make much difference." Frank went home discouraged and slowly abandoned his morning walks. Within a year, he gained weight, lost stamina, and found himself relying more on medications. On the other hand, Consider Evelyn, 74, who had a doctor who told her, "It's never too late to invest in yourself." She kept gardening, stretching, and eating balanced meals. Today, she moves with energy and rarely misses a day outdoors. Here's the mechanism. Prevention protects your future. Even at an advanced age, muscles can still strengthen, lungs can still expand, and the heart still benefits from activity and nutrition. Science shows that seniors who stay active cut their risk of falls, heart disease, and even dementia. Yet, too many doctors see preventive advice as something only for the young. They think, why bother when you're already in your 70s or 80s? That mindset strips older adults of the hope and progress they deserve. Ask yourself, have you ever been told or implied that it's too late to change your habits? Did that comment steal some of your motivation? You are not alone. Many older adults hear the same message, and it can quietly drain the will to try. The truth is, the body at 70, 80, or even 90 still responds to better choices. Studies confirm that people who start exercising in their 70s gain measurable improvements in balance and endurance. Those who improve their diets can lower blood sugar, cholesterol, and inflammation. And those who stay mentally engaged through reading, puzzles, or learning new skills show sharper cognition than those who don't. Prevention is not wasted. It is power. So what can you do? First, never accept the idea that age cancels out your progress. Your body may not bounce back as quickly as when you were 40, but it can and does respond. Second, focus on small, sustainable changes. A 10-minute walk after meals, adding 1 serving of vegetables, or drinking enough water each day. Third, set realistic goals. Instead of aiming for marathons, aim for daily movement that keeps you independent. Independence, not perfection, is a true reward of prevention. Doctors might underestimate prevention, but you do not have to. The greatest protection is your own persistence. If you've ever been told it's too late, remember Evelyn's story. She chose to keep going, and her life is richer for it. Here's a checklist to guide you. 1. Move daily in ways that suit your body. 2. Nourish yourself with foods that support energy and heart health. 3. Challenge your brain with activities that spark curiosity. None of these steps are wasted. Each one adds resilience, dignity, and years of quality life. This is the final truth. Prevention is not about denying age, but about honoring life. Every step you take today shapes the strength, memory, and independence you carry into tomorrow. Final thoughts. We've uncovered 5 ugly truths about how some doctors really think of older adults. They may dismiss your symptoms as just aging, assume you can't understand complex information, rush through your appointments, overlook emotional pain, and undervalue prevention. Each of these attitudes can quietly chip away at your dignity, your independence, and your health. But here's the message you must carry with you. You are not powerless, and your life is still full of choices that matter. Think back to the stories of George, Margaret, Helen, Robert, and Evelyn. Each one showed us 2 possible paths. One shaped by dismissal and neglect, and the other shaped by persistence and self-advocacy. You too can choose which path to walk. If one doctor doesn't listen, find another. If you're told it's too late, prove them wrong with small, steady actions. If you feel invisible, remind yourself that your worth is not defined by anyone's impatience. The truth is, aging does not mean surrender. It means stepping into a season of life where your voice, your experience, and your health still deserve respect. You are your own best advocate. By asking questions, demanding clear answers, paying attention to your mental well-being, and practicing prevention, you claim the power that is rightfully yours. So what should you do right now? First, write down 1 question you'll bring to your next appointment, and refuse to leave without a clear answer. Second, choose 1 small act of prevention, a short walk, a healthier breakfast, or a phone call that lifts your spirits, and make it part of your daily rhythm. Third, share your journey with others. When you speak openly, you not only protect yourself, but also inspire the people around you. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.